Armageddon has already started. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the battle will be in the sky. It just don't mean airplanes. See, the battle has already begun. The battle is for the mind. Satan battling for your mind. God battling for your mind. And therefore, when truth comes, falsehood vanishes. So the truth now must be in the head and the heart of those willing to accept the challenge to go forward with truth until the opposition to truth is finally and ultimately vanquished or destroyed. Well, who is the opponent? Naturally, if you're going to fight somebody, you want to know who is the opponent. In a physical boxing match, you send out your scout, and your scout will go into the training area of your opponent to check him out to see his weaknesses and strengths. Or we'll look at his fight films to see where he's weak, where he's strong. Why? Because if you know your enemy's weakness, then your job is to capitalize on your enemy's weakness. Why does the enemy send agents in among us? He wants to determine what? Your weakness. Where are you weak? Because that's where the enemy is going to strike. Whether it's on a personal level or a national level, the enemy can only come in where you are weak. So words are used by the enemy to probe you to see where you're weak. Because wherever you are weak, conversation will bring it out. So the enemy is in here, posing as an MGT, posing as an FOI, and their job is to listen to you. What did you think of the meeting last night? And you got to be careful how you answer now. You see what the minister did? Shahid's a good brother. See how the minister dogged him. Now, when a man talks like that, you say, whoa, what am I dealing with here? You know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a hypocrite. Yes, sir. Yes, you are. Because if he can't take that spanking, what are you going to do when God comes? Yes, sir. See, we in the day of judgment. And if you can't take a whipping from a servant of God, what are you going to do when God starts kicking? Why do I say that? Conversation is what exposes your weakness and your strength. And people who are wise know how to read you. Sometimes you don't even have to talk. They just have to be in your company and study you. Study your body language. Study your facial expressions. Maybe throw a word out that looks like it's innocuous or harmless to see if it can get a rise out of you. Go ahead. So that they can locate where you are on the scale of strength. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Right.
Peace, peace. Why does the enemy send agents into black organizations, and in particular, the Nation of Islam? But it's not just the Nation of Islam. It has been every black organization that has established themselves. Just the Nation of Islam has really been the only one to return to its former glory and respect. But I seen the minister tweet this tweet a while back. Enemies have value. Enemies prove the strength of your faith. If there is no opposition, you can't say that you are a champion. And that's wisdom on the grand level. If you ain't tried, you can't say what you claim to be. You can't be no champion without no fights. You can't call yourself a fighter and ain't had no fights, no trials. So when people are sent to you, it ain't even necessarily got to be agents at first or government or however you want to put it. It could be your own people. Not indirectly, but directly at the same time. You know, the minister have said before, as soon as you say you want to become a Muslim, your mom or your dad say, hey, you got to get out of my house with that, or whatever the case may be. A lot of us, I ain't necessarily go through that on my end, but I've heard plenty of stories, and I'm pretty sure most of y'all have too, but it's to try you when it come down to the agent side of it and see what your weaknesses is. See if you really gonna try this or do this, or are you saying, or are you what you say you are? You know, women will try you. Women try you all the time to see if you are what you say you are. So that's a part of the journey on whatever it is you going, you going through. So just wanted to say that on that piece. Peace.